Hey, Mario.
What's up, guys?
Congratulations.
What we're doing? Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys being. Obviously, game got a little tight there at the end. Started very strong, and part of the way we came out with purpose, came out with conviction, and really executed at a high level. And some of the guys started getting banged up. Started having issues with execution, particularly penalties. We entered the game as the least penalized team in the conference, but we walked away with a ton of penalties today. And some of it was just handling the environment, right? The center and the quarterback getting on the same page. Some of the new parts in there, I did not know this. So at one point in the game, we were playing without our 2 starting tight ends, without 3 starting offensive linemen, without our 3 starting wide receivers, and without 2 of our starting running backs. So tremendous credit to the players for fighting hard and doing what they did to find a way to win a football game on the road in conference.
Mario, Tyler Van Dyke had another exceptional game. And let's talk about his performance and also what that 9-yard rush meant to you at the end, meant to the team.
Well, his preparation has really gone up another level, and he's also affecting the guys around him. Talented guy, obviously a lot of moving parts around him with the injuries, right? You don't have Restrepo, you don't have Jacoby George. Will Mallory goes down, right? You don't have Elijah Aurora, and then Burchard goes on, yet he's still finding ways to go. And then at the end, they knew that. They were just squeezing down the front. And the only way you can buy a hat is for the quarterback to actually pull the ball. Great call by Coach Gaddis. Great job by TVD executing that and picking up the first down, closing out the game.
How much does it mean just to get this win and kind of snap that negative, that 3-game losing streak?
Oh, look, the thing, for us, it's simple. Like, you're at a place because either things went really well and someone moved on, you're at a place because things didn't go so well, there's change. When there's change, there's pains that come with it. So, yeah, no one likes to lose a game or 2, something like that. But you also recognize, all right, what are the steps that have to be taken? Where do we have to get better? And there's progress in a lot of places, and some we got to keep developing talent, some is talent acquisition. But this whole thing today, honestly, it's about the players in that locker room. Everything has to be about the players. The way they prepared, the way they overcame injuries. I mean, obviously Henry Parrish couldn't play today, Tyreek Stevenson couldn't play today, Ja'Kai couldn't play today. You saw the people that went down there. And to be on the road and still find a way to win, those guys in there deserve all the credit, all right? They deserve all the credit, and they deserve praise for it.
What were you guys seeing with the Virginia Tech defense enabled Tyler having the passing game that clicked today?
Well, they're very aggressive on every single play. What I would say, not every single play, but 70 to 80% of the time, it's pressure and movement. They're bringing something, all right? They're bringing Sam and Mike. They're bringing Sam Strong safety. They're bringing the corner. So the tedious work that went into preparation for this was absolutely, it was a high volume, let's just say that. And Tyler was very, very comfortable. What he practiced showed up in the game, which allowed him to perform at a high level. And especially in that first half, he was hard to stop now. He was hard to stop. Our down and distance situations in the second half, particularly third quarter, made it difficult. That's a lot of second and a mile to go, a lot of 31 to go for us to stay on track like we were in the first half.
Mario, you put together all 3 parts of the game. I mean, special teams had a great game, offense had a great day. And defense, I guess, until the fourth quarter a little bit, was just dominant.
They were dominant. Yet the fourth quarter, they got us. And, in there, they're upset with themselves, which is, in a way, a good thing without it letting feel, bad or letting it feel awful. They played really, really good football. At the end, they worked their way into some things. And, we had some really, really unacceptable penalties. And so for us, honestly, we got to learn not to get anxious. As the game gets tighter and things start getting a little bit closer, we got to learn how to play with poise. We got to start taking more pride and confidence and conviction and performing that way, So all that is just more and more work.
How much do you think getting off to that quick start, going up, 10-0, 20-0, or 17-0 by halftime, kind of maybe help ease some of that anxiety?
Well, I think, like a lot of teams and some of the young guys that we have, we are a momentum-driven. I wouldn't say completely on momentum, but momentum drives a lot. And that momentum built up early was really for us, it was awesome. And then, coming in out of the tunnel for the second half, I felt like we had that too, like we were going to come out and do really well. But we got behind the sticks in a hurry. We had to punt the ball, and again at the end had to close out the game.
Mario, Kobe Young, and then obviously Will. I don't know how serious it is. Obviously, he's a big part of this offense. Just curious how he is.
Will looks good in there. The rest of the guys that got nicked up, they look good in there as well. I don't foresee any serious injuries. And then the guys that didn't play this week, I think they're on track to play next week. They just didn't make the deadline, they didn't make the cut in terms of their respective injuries.
And then Colby,
Colby, yeah.
just his performance was so big. Colby Young.
Yeah, man. I mean, what can you say about the guy? Again, the guy got dropped off here. I mean, might as well fly by in a helicopter and jump out right before camp and start training and start getting ready to play football. He did that. He just goes. I mean, that guy just goes. You know, he's on 3 starting units on special teams as well, and doesn't ask for a breather. Just wants more and more and more. So he's going to get more because he's a very valuable player in this organization.
Still a few more questions for Coach.
What enabled that defense to be so effective for the first 3 quarters? What were you kind of able to take away there?
A couple things. Number one is their preparation this week was the best that they've had, by far. Okay, everybody was completely on point. You go back to last week, we had another coverage bust, right? And it got us behind on the scoreboard in a hurry. Ends up being, part of the difference in the game. They just refused to let that happen this week. I know on one broken play, they got behind us and they dropped the ball. But aside from that, I felt like for the most part, and on that last play, that's, cover 0, the back leaked. I think they had right bunch said, back came out this way as well. Someone needs to get with them a little bit earlier, but just all in all, their preparation, their attention to detail, and they're just not want to be denied. They played really hard, they played really well, but it starts up front, and those guys up front, starting with Akeem Mesidor, I think he had 3+ sacks, Darrell Jackson knocking people back. Everybody got their turns in there, but we got to eliminate this. I just saw the penalty shoot again, and we got to stop that.
What were the issues that you saw in the running game, since we kind of carried over from the last game or two? I know you guys are shorthanded, both at running back and down the offensive line, but what did you see?
Well, I think a couple things. Number one, I think we resolved our short yardage issues, right? We made all those today. The use of Jakari Brown was awesome. He almost busted up a ginormous run as well. He got tackled from behind. And then we did have some moments in the run game. And now they're squeezing out. Now they're playing man. At the end of the day, force Tyler to keep the ball. It's either he keeps the ball or you're getting smashed out there, +1 in the box. So there were some moments in this game where we did a little bit better. And some other ones where obviously we got to improve upon. I think we rushed really for 100 yards. Or
Yeah, it's like
that.
100, 110-ish.
So they gave us a lot in the passing game, though. So it's a give and a take, and we're going to take whatever helps us win.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Safe travels.